And you might remember the Josh Brown story from this summer regarding domestic violence. He was suspended for the first week of the season after being arrested in May of 2015. Well, there's new developments tonight. Brown admits to physically abusing his wife, Molly, both emotionally and physically, in journal entries, emails, and letters. Brown had previously referred to just one moment that caused all this, and now we hear this. And Brown prefaced it, by the way, by saying he was molested at 6 years old. I have been a liar for most of my life. I made selfish decisions to use and abuse women starting at the age of 7 to fill this void. I objectified women and never really worried about the pain and hurt I caused them. My ability to connect emotionally to other people was zero. My empathy levels were zero because I never handled these underlying issues. I became an abuser and hurt Molly physically, emotionally, and verbally. I viewed myself as God, basically, and she was my slave. Tough words to read.
And welcome to Enough with the BS podcast. Thank you for tuning in, however, wherever you may be listening, whether it's the Spreaker app, Facebook, iTunes, iHeartRadio. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, seriously, guys. We love having you as listeners. My name is Tyler Butler. This here to my right is my brother and my right-hand man, Josh Smith.
Yes, sir.
Josh, what's going on, man?
So we back at it, man.
Yeah, we back. We are back. How was your week?
It was pretty good, man. You know, it's working and kids. What about you?
Yeah, that's pretty much life, though, in school. And
there you go.
That's our life, man. But I just want to share some news with you guys that happened to us this week. And I say us because pretty much anything I do is not a move for me. It's a move for us, the BS Podcast Nation. This week, I became an intern at ESPN Upstate. A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Thank you to Mark Sturgis, Price Atkinson. I really appreciate you guys. So I will be interning at a show called Straight Up Sturge. I was going to be featuring Mark Sturgis, Josh Phillips, Price Atkinson. You can listen to it Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's Greenville, 105.9 FM or 1330 AM. Spartanburg, 97.1 FM or 950 AM. Upstate. Also, I'm going to be trying to work on a blog on ESPN Upstate, so you can look for that there. Just know that the BS Podcast is moving. We're moving, Josh.
We're moving. Hey,
moving on up.
I'll take it.
Man, but it's been a good week.
Definitely.
Very good week. This show, guys, it's going to be an NFL show. But we're not breaking down any X's and O's on this show. But some unique storylines coming out of the NFL this week. Brady and his boy Trump. Cam and the Panthers. Vontez Kruger, Berkeley. And the New York Giants kicker. Like, this should be a pretty interesting show.
Okay.
Let's dive right into it. We're going to kick everything off with Josh Brown because I do feel like this is a very, very serious subject.
Yeah.
Josh, as usual, when we get into subjects like this, it's going to be a lot of reading, unfortunately. Just want to get the listeners all the information they need about this situation, but chime in at any time. I'm trying to think, should I play the soundbite first? Yeah. I have a soundbite from Josh Brown himself. The situation is, before we dig into it, a kicker of the New York Giants by the name of Josh Brown is somehow on the team, even though the New York Giants know about domestic violence situations. But after they find out, this was actually a interview conducted by Josh Brown and also the head coach McAdoo.
Okay.
This is before all, hell broke loose recently. So let's go ahead and get into that. And you guys, as always, draw your own conclusions.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not going to go into detail about anything. My major concern is my 3 kids and the things that are put out there and the things that are being said. So, like everybody's aware of, this moment happened over a year ago. The case was dropped 5 days after the moment happened, and we've moved forward with our lives at this point. And while I'm not okay with the decision, I have to respect it. And so I look forward to a 15-game season and moving forward with my teammates. Well, I mean, the case was dropped 5 days after, and the district attorney dropped it, and he's the only one that can drop it. So there's nothing more that I can actually even say about it at this point. I notified the Giants the day it happened to protect them just in case media did get a hold of it. Yeah, I looked out for them, and then they have to notify the NFL. So that's the way things kind of got moving.
What was the league's explanation for why they gave the suspension then?
Just conduct policy. It falls within the very large pool that is the conduct policy. Yeah. My teammates have known since the day it happened. Everybody's known. Everybody's been a part of it. Guys have been very supportive. Guys from around the league, ex-coaches, players that know my character, have been very supportive through the process. I mean, like we said, this has been a year. And I've had to play with this over my head, and I've continued to play well, and I will continue to play well.
Regarding his suspension, we support the league office in their decision and their stance on personal conduct. I do support Josh as a man, a father, and a player, and we treat these situations on a case-by-case basis. Same. I'm a father, I'm a husband, and my stance on personal conduct stays the way it is. It stays consistent and it stays strong. But I think it's important for an organization and the locker room to take it on a case-by-case basis.
Seriously.
That was crap.
Seriously. So that was Josh Brown and his head coach of the New York Giants before. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Oh. The Roots want a little bit more shine on the show.
See.
Sorry about that, guys. You're not paying me. Maybe next time stick to Jimmy Fallon. But so these are some of the quotes that I actually have from Josh Brown himself. After I read you these quotes, Josh Smith.
Okay, yeah. Don't confuse the two.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, that's even his name.
I know, right?
But
just call me Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be Jay for the day. But after I read you these quotes, you just let me know what you think about the situation. And before I really, really dive in and break down the scenario, it's so crazy, man. But anyways, this is 3 quotes from Josh Brown himself. After somehow the New York Giants didn't get hold to this information. How, I have absolutely no clue. But quote unquote, let me turn this down because this is important. I have physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally been a repulsive man. I have abused my wife. Quote number 2. I have controlled her by making her feel less human than me and manipulated her with money. Quote number 3. I view myself as God, and basically, she was my slave.
Man. 1 game suspension. That's all. Just 1 game.
1 game. Josh, have at it, man.
How do you get away? Like, I don't know how they can justify just giving that man 1 game. Like, didn't they say the district attorney dropped the charges or whatever?
Dropped it, yeah. And once I get into this timeline, that's going to make sense as well. It doesn't make sense, but I guess it justifies why they dropped it.
I thought there was just like a clear cut. If you're accused, don't matter if you're convicted, whatever. It's 6 games. I thought that's what it was.
That's what I thought. And yeah, that's what we're going to have to dig into.
Ben Roethlisberger wasn't convicted of rape, but they suspended him.
The Giants issued a statement saying that they will revisit the issue once they return from London.
You can't do the double jeopardy thing in the NFL. Well, they can't suspend him. They can cut him.
The NFL also released a statement on Thursday. And
the
said,
Players Association would be like, nope, it can't.
They're going to veto it.
Yeah, they're not going to go for that. You can't do it twice. You've already messed up, NFL. So there's nothing you can do. Like you said, the Giants can cut him, and then teams probably won't sign him. But he's not going to get suspended again for the same thing. He can't do it.
I guess the question of the day is, how in the hell is he only suspended for one game?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I was on Roger Goodell's side. I'm like, Roger doesn't do that bad of a job. He's doing okay. But then, like, when you see, Ray Rice, and he get, 2 games at first, and then you want to, rake him over the coals after the video came out. And this guy...
The Giants claim they had no knowledge of the severity of the situation.
It doesn't matter the severity of it.
How is that? But how?
It doesn't
but all
matter.
this information is out there.
Yeah. Like,
he was getting a divorce during the situation.
Yeah.
So there has to be a divorce file.
Yeah.
Those police reports not going to be included in the divorce file?
We didn't know the severity of the accusation, so we just signed him anyway because we needed a kicker.
Really, Giants? He's a kicker.
I mean, we needed one.
So, riddle me this, Jim Mora, whatever your name is.
Yeah, the Mora family.
New York Giants organization.
Yeah.
So you're
Mara family. Mara family. Get it right, boy.
Excuse me, Mr. Mara.
Yes.
So you're letting me know, and the world know, that even though you knew about these allegations...
We didn't know of anything.
Oh, you know about it. He admitted to it.
No, he didn't admit it to us.
You, Mr. Mara, actually came out. You was on the radio just a few days ago.
Think you got me confused?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was you because you stated your name, sir. You stated your name. And you mentioned the fact that he told you that he abused his wife. And you didn't think to open up an investigation, sir?
Not to my recollection. I plead the fifth.
What is your recollection?
That Josh Brown was a good guy. And we signed
because
a good guy.
He led the team in prayer meeting?
Yeah.
Did you hear that crap? That was one of the excuses.
No, I didn't hear that.
That was one of the excuses. Because he led the team in prayer, he's a good guy.
Like, I saw all these guys coming out. He's a good teammate. He was great. He's this. And so what? It don't matter. Like, should have got 6 games. Like, straight off the bat.
The dude admitted to beating his wife while she was pregnant.
Exactly. And they just don't have a video of it. And like you said, when Ray Rice went through all his stuff, like, I couldn't get away from it. Like, I would see it on ESPN.
Ray Rice is on CNN.
Exactly. I go to CNN. I go to NBC. He's on there everywhere. Can't turn around from it.
Get one.
I see this guy, Josh Brown, once maybe out of an hour show. I see him one time for 5 minutes. That's it. I don't know, like, because maybe he's just a kicker or some other things. But it's just not.
Now, Stephen A. Smith of ESPN and also Shannon Sharp of Fox Sports, they're trying to state the fact that they believe that it could be a racial issue.
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I mean, but
they said it.
I mean, it's only like, what's the first thing that you think about? You got a black guy. He hit his girl on camera. You rake him over the coals. He's a monster. He's the devil. White guy pretty much been beating his wife since he met her and terrorizing her forever. And you hear 5 minutes of it, 1 game suspension. I don't get it.
I don't think it's race this time.
It might be because he's a kicker.
I think it's relationships. Because if you listen to Jim Mara on that radio interview that he did, obviously they have a close-knit relationship.
Now, hey, Ray
I
Rice,
think they're trying to sweep him up under the rug.
I mean, Ray Rice and the Giants, the Ravens owner had a close... He was doing stuff for the community. He was like a Ravens
He was a model citizen.
And
they swept him.
It's not... I don't think it's relationship.
Ray Rice can't even get back in the league right
now. Well,
he
was a 30-year-old running back. He was kind of on his way down. So, and like you said, your boy, Greg Hardy...
shouldn't...
He was 25, and
Greg Hardy shouldn't be nowhere near football for the rest of his career.
He was a 25-year-old pass rusher.
He was also a cancer in the locker room.
Exactly. That's why he's gone now. But you get that. You normally will get a second
off
chance.
Subject. Greg Hardy is thinking about jumping into MMA.
I hope that's beat up.
I hope somebody kick his ass.
Let him fight Brock Lesnar in his next match.
I want to see. You know what? I think in a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Somebody should slam him on a couch full of AK-47.
That might could work.
See what it feel like.